Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am Ashley. I'm a homeschooling mom. We have 7 kiddos at home, ranging from 12 down to 1 year. So I hesitated to put these videos out so early, but because I had some others that I wanted to film and get out before this. But I have been seeing people and some friends and family talking about their gift ideas and what their kids want. So these videos that I'm going to put out are going to be age specific, and I'll tell you the gender, boy or girl. And what my kids have done is, and I mean, I've done it for the littles, but what my kids have done is kind of thought about general, just basic things, ideas that they can give out. Nothing specific. We have not received our Target catalog, our Amazon catalog, our Walmart catalog, none of that. These are things that they are interested in, things that they either play with or things that they do on a daily basis, to where it's not junk and it's not a waste of money and it's not something just to give that they're going to be tired of in an hour. These are things that we know, and I know that they are interested in and they enjoy doing, and it's their interests and their passions for sports or whatnot. And so what we did, just on a side note, Santa brings all of the gifts for the kiddos. So we are hoping that this list will make it to Santa whenever we see Santa this year. So these are just things that I could also give to family members that are asking and requesting for some ideas. And like I said, these are none of these things are junk. They are things that they genuinely love to do. So even if these things aren't like specific to your kids, for example, the sports things that I'm going to mention, think about it in that aspect. What do they have a passion for? What do they love to do? What is something that they would be interested in doing and enjoy doing, and not just something to give for the sake of giving? So how I'm going to do this, I'm going to do all 7. I typically do 2 videos a week, usually, unless my week is like crazy, then sometimes I will do 1. But I'm going to do it in age order, from my 12-year-old boy all the way down to my 1-year-old boy. And so the intro to this video that I'm recording right now will be at the beginning of every single one. So when I record each one of these, I'm just going to jump right in. But this first part will be the beginning of every single video. So you can just, fast forward through this if you've already seen these. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started, and I will jump right into the video. So stay tuned. Okay, so we are going to continue on with this little series that I have going on. I think I can call it a series because I have so many of these videos. Okay, so we are on to kiddo number 2. I am going in order from 12 years old all the way down to 1. So we are going in order. I just did my 12-year-old boy, and so we are going to go down the line. We are at our 10-year-old girl. So she has quite a few things on here, but I tried to keep it at a 15 minimum. When I started talking about this and having her give some ideas, and she just was trying to think of all kinds of stuff. So I'm like, we're not going specific, but okay. I will link my 12-year-old boy's video up here in case that is something that you are interested in watching for ideas for a 12-year-old boy. Okay, so first on the list, we have chapter books. I have said in my last video that my son loves to read. She is no exception. She loves reading. So anything chapter book related that I deem appropriate, obviously, she loves to do. So she will read at night. She will read in the car. We have road trips coming up, and so she is we bring books, and that is what they do. So chapter books, you cannot go wrong with chapter books if your kiddo loves to read. Okay, flower kits. She loves nature. Her room we just decorated, and her theme was nature slash flowers slash adventure. It was kind of like a mix of a few things. Flower kits. So she just actually for her birthday recently got a flower press kit. So that is an idea. If your kiddo loves, nature, anything with flowers, you can also get them little flower pots that they can decorate. This one was a kit that she could decorate. It was like a kind of aluminum potted plant deal. And so you decorated it with paint, and then you put in the seeds and then watch them grow. You name the seeds, have the little labels and stuff like that. So flower kits like that where you actually grow them, but you can decorate pots and do things that way. Succulents would be a good idea too if they wanted to, kind of decorate their own pot and put just like a succulent in there if you want to do that. Those can be inside plants as well. So anything flower related. Nature and hiking. So we go hiking a lot when we go out of state, and so things like the hiking backpacks. She has one of those. If she needs like a new one or a bigger one, we will look at that. If she needs hiking shoes, even though she outgrows the shoes so quickly, but hiking shoes, hiking water bottle, things like that. Binoculars. So all of this kind of rolled into the hiking nature realm of things. So anything that she can use while we are hiking, magnifying glass, anything like that. She really loves to observe things when we go out of state and we go and do nature hikes and in the mountains and things like that. She loves to observe things like that. So anything as it relates to hiking or nature. So like I said, garden related, you can do a little flower garden for them, to where they can have their own little area that they are kind of in charge of. That would be really neat as well. Same thing with my 12-year-old. Shirts she loves, anything that is related to things that she loves. So I know in the past she's gotten shirts with butterflies and shirts with, Colorado, because she loves Colorado, or Wyoming. So that kind of goes into also room decor, which I mentioned for my 12-year-old as well. Room decor that goes with their theme. There's so many things that you can do with their interests, and just keep that in mind when you're purchasing things for them. Focus in on their interests and then go from there. So tabletop, desktop, things on their nightstand, decor that matches their theme of their room. So like I said, hers is nature. So I could put flowers, I could put, things that she could make, or flower press kits, and then she could put what she made and display it in her room, but it also looks good because it's part of her theme. So I am all about the themes if you don't know. Underwear and socks. Santa always brings underwear and socks. This is something that they usually get every year at Christmas. And so that is they get really excited about that for some reason. So I am marking all these off. I did this in my last video. I am marking all these off as I go so that I don't repeat anything and I don't go I don't know how many minutes I'm at. 9-ish. Okay, marine biology. So she is very interested in marine biology. It is something that she has expressed interest in doing as a career. Now, of course, she's only 10, so take that with a grain of salt. But it is something, she loves animals, loves the water, and that whole nature aspect of it. So marine biology is something she's very interested in. So if I could find books for her about marine biology, or what it takes to be a marine biologist, or things that you can, maybe activities or things in a particular state that maybe we're visiting in. Like, for example, when we go to Florida, is there something that she can do that would be, can she talk to a marine biologist? Can she, is there an activity that she could do while we are in a particular state So maybe like a little coupon code for that, like a little, handmade coupon. Like let's say you're about to go to Florida and, you want to surprise them with something that, sparks their interest as far as a career choice, possibly. Maybe a little like coupon to show that it's, that they're going to be talking with a marine biologist at an aquarium or something like that, like something that they are just so interested in and being able to do as an activity and have something to memories that they can take from this. Like I said, she's 10, so she's been talking about marine biologists for a while, but if your kid knows for a fact, like, what they want to do at that age and they are dead set on it, then by all means go for it. But I think, also taking the interest that they have in a possible career choice at some point. But even if it's not a career choice, she loves animals and she loves the water and she loves the beach too. So, anything marine biology related, she's going to love. So reading about it or, watching something about it, or in, an event, something that she can, an interactive event that she can talk to somebody about it. I think she would really, really enjoy. So think about that as you're looking at things too. Hair and nail products, you can't go wrong with that. Jewelry kind of is clumped into this as well. So, you're talking about scrunchies, you're talking about earrings, you're talking about necklaces, nail polish, etc. You can't go wrong with that either. We are big jewelry people here. So my second daughter, I usually say they can get them pierced about 7 or 8. So my first daughter got hers pierced at 8. So we'll see when my other daughter turns 7 whether or not that's something she wants to do. But earrings, if they have their ears pierced, are always fun. Scrunchies and hair bows and, anything like that is always something. You need that. If you have girls in the house, you need that stuff. So that works both ways. That works for the parents and it works for the kids. I mentioned this in my other video, the Gap wireless. So that is something that I have seen some people on Instagram that I follow talking about this, and a lot of times they have referral codes for this company. It is basically a transition to a phone. My kids don't have phones now, but my 2 older ones will probably be getting it soon. So it is something that they can take with them and have with them so they can communicate with me or my husband, or if they need to call somebody. But it is not it looks like a smartphone, but it is not a smartphone. Like they can talk to a certain number of people via text. I don't think picture messages or video messages. And they have an alarm clock and it has a camera and, so certain functions that they enjoy doing on like my phone, but they have it so that they can communicate with us. So I will leave the link for Gab Wireless down below. I do not have a code or anything like that, but if you want to look into that, it is something I think worth looking into. If you're kind of at that preteen years and you're kind of, you drop your kids off at activities and stuff like that, that is something that is probably very beneficial to have for them to be able to communicate with you. Art kits. So along with like the flower kits and things like that, there are all kinds of art kits. Now we have gotten so many over the years that it's like sometimes she gets a collection because she forgets to do it, or it's too hard, and so she starts and then she stops. And so think wisely when it comes to these art kits. Is it something that she's gonna do and then you're just gonna like toss? Or is it something that you can actually use, like something garden related? Is it something like we have like one of those cement, like step stones or whatever. And a few years back, she, did her name and she put jewels and stuff, and we still have it, out in our garden area. And so those kind of things that you can display are always a good idea. Not just something that like she's going to make and then toss or forget about, or you have no place for it after it's done. So think wisely when it comes to these art kits. Very wisely, trust me. Okay, so her sport is dance. And so I mentioned in my other video that Dance related, things sports related are very popular. So if we need a new pair of shoes, if we need, a cover up, if we need leotards, if we need tights, if we need, anything like that, this is a good time to stock up on those things. And if it is something that you are saying, well, I would buy that stuff anyway because my child needs it, because they've outgrown it, maybe splurge for a better brand. If you normally get just like a generic brand, get a, maybe a better brand or something that they've really wanted. For example, like dance warm-up boots. My daughter has that, and she got them last Christmas. And so that was kind of like a splurge. That wasn't something that she would automatically have. So, if your daughter loves dance and she's wanted some like warm-up boots or something specific as it relates to dance, or a new dance bag or dance warm-ups, cover-ups, look into that, because that is something that they will wear and use until they outgrow it. And it's something that they obviously would love to get if it's something that they want. Okay, board games. So board games, she loves board games. She loves the Harry Potter board game. She is a big Harry Potter fan. So I forget what movie they're at. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, but my kids are. So I don't know what movie they're at, but they've read all the books. So anything like Harry Potter related. So they have like board games. I think they have a Clue one that's Harry Potter, and I forget what other one. She has a few board games like that, but trivia games and things like that. Think about that when you are purchasing board games, because that is something that you guys can do as a family as well, like as a on a family night or whatever. And so something that all of you can benefit from. Board games doesn't necessarily have to be character related, but things that maybe they like, if they like math ones, or if they like science, or if they like trivia. So think about that when you are looking at gifts. If there is a board game that you think stands out that they would like, and that the whole family can play and the whole family would love, good idea for that as well. Stationery. So she does a lot of writing to her friends and hand, like letters and stationery and cards and things like that. And so stationery kits are always good to get. She has gotten one or two in the past before, and so she has really enjoyed doing that because she gets to, use the pretty stickers and the pretty pens, and even if you get there's been like a giant pack of pens at Michael's, you can get that. So certain pens that she can use if you don't want to get a whole kit, just certain things that they can use if they're writing letters or, pen paling or whatever. I also have thought about an address book, because she's always trying to use my address book and trying to find my address book, and I'm trying to find my address book. And so if she has one that just has her list of friends in it, then it's easily accessible for her. So that is an idea also that we thought about, her own just little address book that she can have everything in there. Family members and everybody that she writes to, she can have list in there. Puzzles. She loves puzzles. So she got some puzzles for her birthday that she's been working on. And these are like 1,000-piece puzzles, 500,000-piece puzzles. These aren't like easy peasy puzzles. And so she also got a board that she can put the puzzles on. So like while she's working on it, we can just slide it under the bed, so that it's not like taking up a whole lot of space, and it, you can kind of hide it and pieces don't get lost and all over the place, and it gives you something hard to, put the puzzle on. So puzzles, she loves puzzles. And it's very just like cathartic. It's just very relaxing. And so I'll sometimes go in there and just start like working on the puzzle myself. And so also, doing things, if she wants to do a puzzle that is in relation to things that she likes, that her room theme is, so nature or flowers or mountains or things like that, you can do those and then glue it if you don't want to, take it apart and do it all over again. Finish it, glue it. You could put it on display in your room or her room. You could, just kind of have them in a stack in the closet or whatever. Or you could just undo it and start all over again. But I think it's cool if you get it that is like a theme to the room. So puzzles, always a good idea. Bug things. So bug things, she loves like the bug catchers, like she just to look at it with the magnifying glass and things like that. And anytime there's like a bug in the house, except for like a roach. She will try and catch it and look at it and observe it and write about it. And there's all kinds of things that you can do, even with like, I know we have a microscope. My oldest has a microscope. So even if we were to get like little microscope slides and she could like look at the bugs underneath there, the dead bugs, underneath the microscope and see like close up, I think that would be really cool too. So, I mean, I'm not all about like the displaying, like, I don't like kill them and display them kind of thing. Like, you know, with the pins and things like that. No. But, you know, if she can observe live ones, that would be cool. Or if they're already dead and they're on a slide, a microscope slide, that would be cool too, to where she can look at them under the microscope and just see them like up close. I think that would be really, really neat. And then finally, stickers. So she takes dance, and her dance teachers will sometimes give her stickers to hand out to her younger siblings, because she does like classes at home. And, you know, she choreographs for the little kids at home for her siblings. And so she is always in need of stickers as rewards for these things. Now, stickers, you can't go wrong with stickers anyway. So you could use the stickers for your pen pal stuff or your letter writing or, you know, whatever. But she's always in need of stickers. So just fun reward stickers for a kid that you have that may like to play like teacher, dance teacher, or regular teacher, things like that. Those are always good to have around the house. So I hope that was about 15. I kind of split a couple of those up and I kind of merged a couple of those together. So around 15 ideas for a 10-year-old girl, in case you are looking at that age range and that gender. Let me know down below if you have any other ideas that maybe I did not mention. These are very broad and just kind of ideas to start with, and then it's not, you know, specific gifts that I have yet. These are just kind of ideas that you can kind of go off of to look at for things. So let me know down below if you have started your Christmas shopping. If you have, if you wait until the last minute. I'm kind of in between, so I'm kind of like November-ish, beginning of December. And if you have any other ideas for 10-year-old girl, list them down below, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.